How is everyone doing tonight? Welcome to the live stream. My name is Dan. This is Tweet FPV, and yeah, it's not Saturday, not Sunday. It's Monday. Not my normal streaming time, but hey, you know, we do what we can do. So, welcome everybody to the live stream. Thanks for showing up. I know it's a little out of cycle for me, but I had to get one in, and I gotta finish putting together this little guy, the 533 TinyTrainer. You haven't touched this thing since the last time I worked on it on stream. It's just been sitting there taunting me. Mostly because I haven't figured out what protocol I want to run on it. Do I want to run Ghost? Do I want to run shorturl RS? Do I want to run Tracer? I got little bits of everything. I just don't know what to put on there. I lost my last one because I had a flyaway on shorturl RS. So I'm not sure what to run. What do you guys think? Oh, let's see. Rick's Pada, Dauntless. Welcome, guys. How's the Jetta? It's coming along slowly. I finished putting the turbo back together today, and I bought a replacement oil line for it. It's some braided oil line, just because I didn't want to mess with refishing the solid one back through the engine compartment. And of course, they sent me the wrong fittings for the turbo. So that's probably gonna have to wait till probably Thursday night before I install that for a new fitting to show up. I don't know, it's just been one big headache, one after another, just a complete pain in the ass. But I don't know, the things I'll do for 45 miles per gallon and no payments, you know what I mean? Michael D says shorturl RS 915. No, I was going to go with the 2.4. I have no interest in shorturl RS 9.5, mostly because I'm far too engrossed in the Crossfire ecosystem to do that at this point. If I'm going to run 900 megahertz, I'm just going to stick with Crossfire. Yeah, shorturl RS has been showing it performs better, but the ranges that I fly on 900, it's not going to make a difference to me. But the 2.4 stuff I'm very interested in, especially basically just any of the low latency protocols, be it Tracer, Ghost, shorturl RS. I just don't know which one I want to go with. I've been using Tracer for a little while. I really like Tracer. It's solid, it's reliable. I've had zero issues with it. I don't like putting two antennas on a quad, but hey. That's the thing, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably go with shorturl RS again, but man, I'll be so absolutely just rip shit if I lose another quad because of that. I don't know what the main cause of the runaway was. Could have been a beta flight, could have been OpenTX, could have been a shorturl RS thing. I just don't know. Everything was on nightlies. Didn't have my DVR running because I'm an idiot. But I don't know. Like if I was gonna put shorturl RS on this thing, I'd end up pulling all the. I'd end up taking the TBS Unify out of this and running a Tramp. Just because if you're gonna run Ghost, you're probably just gonna want to run a Tramp. Let's see, Rick, shorturl RS range is great. The Tiny Hawk Freestyle flew with GPS. Got to the FC so I can get the telemetry on the radio so I can record logs. Yeah, so Rick's Beta, he put together a Tiny Hawk Freestyle with GPS and shorturl RS 915. It was pretty cool. Michael D, I had a runaway on an EP2. I have an EP1 here, I think, in this big pile of shit. Sorry, this is gonna be a sweary stream, so if your kids are up listening to it, A, put them to bed, and B, I don't care. Let's see. Yeah, I got an EP1 here. That's right, I turned autofocus off on this camera, so it's not going to focus on anything. And I got a bunch of EP2s on the other side of this wall here. I don't know. Yeah, so that's kind of the dilemma. Which one do I run? I'll probably just do ExpressOS again. Just because, like, I don't know. I got it. I like the form factor. It's gonna fit really nice in here. I just don't know if I should do the EP1 or EP2. I think I'll probably do the EP1 this time, just because. Yeah, just because. I go with the EP1. It'd be nice to have that extra antenna on there. Maybe a little bit better range. I don't know. Or maybe just go for a repeat. And hopefully run my DVR this time. Nate, what's up, man? How you doing? That Yingling goes down nice. Oh, EP2, EP2, EP2. Dauntless, not a fan of that EP2, huh? Sorry, I think you killed one, didn't you? In a terrific way. But, yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I got a bunch of ghost stuff here. I want to try running that. I've got a little top secret project that I've only shared with a few people. It's right there. I know y'all can't see that. Which antenna? The stock one or would have been the stock one? Toxic, how you doing tonight, man? Welcome. I was debating whether to give away that sub 250 crate on this stream or save it till next Sunday. Probably save it till Sunday. I'm trying to host my or sell my grips on a different service other than Etsy, and it's turning out to be a complete shit show. Not happy with the progress I'm making with it. And I think I'm going to go a different direction. I like the way the website looks. You guys can take a look at it here if you want. I think it looks pretty good. But, yeah, I don't know. Monthly service fees and all that stuff, I don't know. Let's see. This only newer versions beta flight with TinyHawk is on 4.1, so I have to go to 4.2. Yeah. Let's see, Dauntless, you knocked the antennas off your EP2s. Oh no. Where they at? Got a whole sleeve of them bastards right here. Part of a different project. We'll hopefully see more about that later, but just got to find some time to get around to working on it. Yeah, Toxic, I had a laptop. It was kind of a hand-me-down of a hand-me-down of a hand-me-down that, yeah, like the graphics card just started dying in it. I mean, the thing was probably, 10 years old. Finally ditched it. That's how I was running all my lasers and my CNC router off of. It was just time to go. Ended up getting like one of these small Optiplex micro form factor belts. Are tiny. I think it's like, it's like this thick. By that, it's super small. Like you could zip tie it to the back of a monitor and you'd never see it. It's there. It's not super powerful, but it definitely does what I need it to do. Yeah, hand me down through people. Yeah, clear out the hard drive, get rid of all the porn, and make it your own. So anyways, well, let's get started on this thing. I wanted to go with a different camera. I don't think I'm gonna like the Caddx Kangaroo, mostly because I've never liked anything that comes out of Caddx, and this thing looks like a cheap piece of shit. I do have a Racer Nano 2, which is my preferred go-to analog camera, but I think I'll give the Caddx Kangaroo I'll give it a try. I'm probably gonna not like it, but it's what came in the kit, so yeah, I'll give it a shot. Why not? Nate's, what's the build? It's the 533 TinyTrainer. It's well, it's just the carcass of it right there. It's a 3-inch micro racer. It's supposed to resemble the Racer 4, which they use in the drone racing league. It's just a slim. It's like a micro version of it, but it's mostly like it's designed to be a racer. But I started building it a couple weeks ago, just haven't finished it. So, all right, let's switch over to the bench cam and let's get this started. All right. So this is going to be a city type of build. Oh, I don't feel like standing today. Work was disgusting hot, and honestly a little pissed off from the car stuff today. So we'll see what we can get done. Apparently I already took the camera out. Oh yeah, there it is. And I made a new I printed a different mount for this thing. It's a lot nicer than the stock front end camera holder thing. Let's see, Rick. Been testing a couple Caddx Starlight cameras, and they do really good on evening flights and low light. Yeah, Starlight cameras do work pretty good, but I about guarantee if you found a run cam Starlight camera, it would do better. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too hard on Caddx. I don't know what the price point difference is either. I mean, that could certainly sway my opinion. You know, if this Kangaroo is half the price of the Racer, then I give it a pass. I am not going to use the plugs that come with these things. Just gonna clip, strip, and tin. Tommy, you killed a couple kangaroos. That's not good. It doesn't sound like it's the kangaroo's fault. Cutting wires, I'm up. Yeah. Yeah, working on wires is it's a useful skill to have. Clip, strip, and tin. There we go. So that's all prepped. I've also partnered with my DJ FPV to help fund a PC. Oh, jeez. Toxic, dude, this is not the time to be doing anything PC. If you can hold off, like, it's just a horrible time for PC anything. Parts are ridiculous. People are scalping everything. I did, although, just pick up a pre-ordered Ryzen 9 5950X. I've been waiting a long time to get a hold of that, and I just saw one come up, and I had to jump on it. Alright, where the hell are the camera pads in this flight controller? Camera. Yeah, I'm looking at a schematic on another mod over here. Yeah, it looks like it'd be over here. So the way this one's pinned out, looks like we've got ground and 5 volts, VTX, and the next one over is camera, and then TXC6 ground and bat. how much can this thing take? It'll take 3.3 to 5. All right, so we'll have to find a different pad for power. OfferUp is a way to get a PC. Yeah, pre-built. The only way I've seen lately to get decent graphics cards. I think I'll probably pick 5 volts off over here somewhere rather than coming back to this side. Yeah, it's kind of a shit layout.
Yeah, these niggas all square like Irvin. Yeah, we grew up in the hood, no suburbans. If I say I need my money, then it's urgent. Yeah, they want me to quit. Yeah, they want me to shift. But as long as I'm alive, we gon' keep on making hits. While they steady shooting bricks, man, it's lit. Yeah, it's lit. Me and Dale back to
let's see what flight controller this is. This is the Beta FPV F405 something. F405 V4. It's 20 amp BL Heli 32. So it's supposed to be pretty nice. We'll see.
mode with the best though. That's a major key, that's a chess move. I'm your favorite G, I think it's best.
Let's see, Nate, what you say when it takes 5 volts off? Do you mean supply camera with power, reducing power consumption? No, so the cameras are rated for a certain power. They have a certain amount of volts that you have to put to them. This one here takes 3.3 to 5.5 volts. Some cameras take much higher voltages, like this RunCam Racer takes up to 36 volts. So you can power this directly off your battery, whereas this one has to go through a 5 volt regulator somewhere on this flight controller to power it. If I went right to battery voltage with this, it would just let out the magic smoke. So there's a bunch of different pads on here that have 5 volts on them. Well, I don't know where that came from. It's interesting. I'll probably came from there. So I got to pick up 5 volts from somewhere. There's some 5 volt pads over here. There's some over here that I already used. There's some inside of this plug here. Let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about here. So you can see I'm over here looking at the schematic. This is basically the pinout of everything on this particular flight controller. So this 5 volt and ground, that's already being used for the video transmitter. I could piggyback off of those, but that usually looks like crap. I might do it, I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably just do that, be lazy. Or I could pick it up anywhere else. And then the ground, you can go anywhere for ground. It doesn't matter at all. Yeah, so here's my logic. This is not good logic, but here's what it is. Instead of coming over here and clipping the wires to make a match, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna like this camera, so I'm gonna leave the wires the same length. That way I can take it off and either sell it or give it away and it not be just all hacked together. That's how my cheap ass brain thinks all the time. Fuck, that's still hot. Got myself the iron. Been a while since I've done that. And something I'm really trying to avoid is having wires draped across the gyro, which is right here. So I can just add a bunch of noise to the flight controller. What size is motor wire? Motor wire is... Hang on, I got a piece right here. This stuff, I believe, is 26 gauge. 26 American wire gauge. That's these wires, though, or these motors. And it's a pretty full-featured flight controller, so I'm hoping this thing survives. Knock on wood, I've had pretty good luck. Yeah, brushless. These are three-phase DC motors, so they are brushless. There really aren't many brushed motors on larger quads. Brushed are typically going to be on micros like this. These are brushless, although, I mean, these are brushless, but something like this, you can usually tell there's only 2 wires going to each motor when they're brushed, like this guy. Just straight positive, negative, whereas these got to have 3 wires because there's 3 different phases in the stator. Oh, speaking of brushless, I gotta put that stupid, put that drone in my car tomorrow morning. Gotta remember. So literally sitting right there. I keep forgetting about it. All right, that's the camera. And no build's complete without LEDs. So I got a bunch of LEDs to put on here. So that makes it faster. Not really. This is just like tedious stuff. Like it completely pointless, except for that's kind of the whole point of the DRL quads. They're just covered in LEDs so you can see them as a spectator, so it's kind of mimicking that. I've considered racing it. I mean, it's not really competitive with the full-size 5-inch quads, but it's a lot of fun to just rip around the racetrack, like after all the heats are over with. But I think I could, depending on the weather, like if the weather was really nasty and windy, or the track was like super tight, you could probably do pretty well with something like this. Yeah, they are a pain he has to put in. It's almost not worth it. Almost. I got a piece of blue tack. I don't know where my blue tack went. Usually got like globs of it all over the place. I'm on the West Coast. No, I'm Central Time Zone on the Gulf Coast. It's 11 o'clock where I'm at. Yeah, so yes, this is a little late for me for my normal stream time. I normally stream Sundays at 10 a.m. Central. But I didn't stream this Sunday because I had some family stuff going on. And I don't know, like whenever I do these kind of things, I usually just throw on the camera, let it run, just so I can shoot the show with you guys. I don't usually get to talk to my West Coast folks on the live streams because time zone difference. How long did it take to print the vise? I don't remember. I've printed this a very long time ago. Judging by what's all here, I'd say it's probably it's probably a 12-hour print. This is all in PETG. OPLA here. The only thing about this vise that was kind of a pain in the butt when I printed it is the retaining pins. You see there's little pins here. That's what holds the two halves together. The dimensions were a little off on them, so I had to reduce. So I printed them like flat this way, so I had to reduce the Z height just a hair to get them to fit decently. And then the other thing you had to do is run a tap and die over the threads. This is probably this is the most useful print I have ever printed. I use it all the time. It seems stupid, but it's so freaking useful. I use it all the time. Dauntless can see the ocean. Yeah, I guess I can? I don't know. Is it easier to use series race lights? Series race lights, is that like a, no, exactly what that is. That words are tough. Like the little motor wires with the LEDs. If that's the case, then yeah, those are way easier. But those usually can't program them, and they only light up when the motors are running. Whereas these are completely addressable, and I can't remember what they said, how many addressable LEDs there were. I know it was a ridiculous amount. Let's see if I can find the listing. Yeah, so here it is. These are the LEDs. 72 individually addressable LEDs, I think, is how this works. Yeah, 72. 72 individually addressable LEDs. Just ridiculous. All right, receiver time. Yeah, we're gonna go with the EP1. I'm still not putting a buzzer on this thing just because, well, maybe I will. I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I should. Look how small that little thing is. That's just nuts. It is crazy that the receivers are so stinking small now. How cool would it be if you could take a regular receiver with a UFL antenna connection like this and adapt it to use a SMD antenna like the EP2s? I think it'd be kind of neat. No, they're pretty trivial as far as how much power LEDs use. It's not much at all. Yeah, on the little quads, every gram makes a big difference, especially like little micros. Putting an extra receiver on this, even though like there's a receiver built into the flight controller of this, adding another receiver to it, just that little bit of weight it's an awful lot given the overall weight of the quad. All right. go snag some wire. Pad solder, nice on RX. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Alright, that's that. And this runs off 5 volts. So, I'll try to find another 5-volt pad. I'll probably go off over, say, around yeah. So we got on the flight controller, we've got this looks good here. So we got RX, TX, ground, and 5 volts. So these 4 right in a row here, I think, will be perfect for picking up what we're looking for. I have a feeling you have enough parts to build a 150 gram ant-weight combat robot. Maybe. Maybe. Those pads are going to be a real pain. He has to solder too. Pretty small. Jesus, this is 26 gauge wire, but it has like the world's thickest jacket on. The jacket is literally thicker than the wire. I don't know if I want to use this wire. Actually, I know I don't. It's too thick. Oh, I scrounge around the scrap bin. I know. Being picky. Literally redoing stuff because I don't like the wire. Michael D just bought a Prusa Mini put together in the past week. So now just learning starts. G-code is easy if done for your printer. Just did Thingiverse and printer went nuts. If he did a Prusa Mini, then he's probably using Prusa Slicer. I've got a Prusa Mark III's that I've been using for quite a while. It's not my first printer, but it's certainly the best printer I've ever used. Wanted to get a Prusa Mini when it came out, just didn't work out. See, that's it. That's it. Just use cuts. Can Prusa Slicer do the same? Not really sure what you're asking. Sorry, cuts, not cuts. Kira. Yeah, you can make your own profile on Cura. Prusa Slicer has profiles already pre-created by Prusa for their printer. So, I mean, most people with a Prusa printer uses Prusa slicer. Kind of makes sense. I used to use Simplified 3D. Ugh, I need to find some more blue tack. This is not working. Nobody uses up blue tack. I just don't know where the hell it went. For all I know, a dog ate it or something. There we go. Oh, blue tack's pretty prolific in this hobby. It's great for electronics work. I was gonna say one package of blue tack will last a lifetime, but I'm literally almost out somehow. I have no idea how. Sorry, guys. All right, TX to RX, RX to TX. That's right. Here we go. So yellow is TX, that's going to go to RX on the flight controller. Blue is RX on the receiver, that's going to go to TX on the flight controller. And then ground to 5 volt. There we go. And joystick's gone. Well, my building supplies end up in the other room where I was building Express LRS 2.4 gigahertz modules last week. It is very hard to see. Alright, I do have a bridge. Do you have the wires bridged? To fix that. That soldering iron tip is just far too big. Oh, let's see. There's a ton to know. Quads, yeah. It gets worse. Or there's more and more all the time. Every time there's a new revision or something gets updated, it just gets to be more. A little flux. I had one of those handy dandy little flux pens, but I don't for the life of me know where the heck it went. I think I let somebody borrow it at the field and it disappeared. Hopefully that's better. Yeah, much better. Much better. Took 3 weeks to get TX16S radio firmware updated. Came here after watching YouTube. Got all my answers. Upgraded SD cards. Could not create models. Nightmare. First real quad was supposed to. Michael D, you couldn't create models. Was there something wrong, or is it you just didn't know how to do it? I find the TX16S to be very not intuitive as far as the user interface goes. I'm not a big fan of it. It's a great radio. It's just there's some things about it I just don't care for. But most people really enjoy it. It does have a ton of features that are really cool. Like especially if you flew a lot of fixed wing, like the way you can integrate your telemetry into like the main display and have everything displayed on there, almost like an artificial horizon and everything else. I think that's really cool. But I just don't fly fixed wing. I wish I did. I just never do. Nate, I don't think so. I think you'd be able to build one just fine. I definitely wouldn't build something like this. This thing is a very small, very not beginner friendly build. Build something bigger, like a 5-inch. Plenty of room to work. Definitely have to make your peace with pissing away some money on burnt up and failed electronics and bad soldering jobs. How even some of the new electronics are garbage just right out of the box, fortunately. I think it's something like that. Got the antenna right about like, yeah. Yeah, I like that. All right, I'm gonna run this over to the room next door where I have my heat gun and shrink this thing down. Be right back, folks.
So extra, but I know I'm the same. Yeah. Love me in spite of my trauma. Give me what I need instead of the drama. Cause when it pop off, it's like, oh my, all good all day, but the night we be going so hard on the flip side.
Yeah, it took longer than I thought.
I could keep that same energy. When you go low, I go low.
It seems like everything does. Yeah, Nate, definitely the Xylo Bardwell budget build is, or the Xylo Bardwell build is probably a pretty good kit to start off with. Right now is a bad time, like availability and price is just ridiculous. It's really hard to get a hold of components right now just because of all the chip shortage and everything's being gouged. But yeah, I can show you. So I know I'll have a 3-hour block of being fucking bored as shit tomorrow. Might work.
Collected, but you pushing on my nerves, and I know in your intention I'm under pressure. Okay, I'm admitting that a couple things I said got acidic in the tone. In the presence, I get careless. Long as you know I come with imperfections. When you look at me, you see the soul through my flesh. You something special. Know you looking bomb, the way you dress and gone. Flex it, hold it still and let my mind digest. You got the leverage, you got the upper handle on the situation. You worthy of a million more of the storms that we weathered. We fight retreating, then fuck, but you trying to kill the cycle. When nobody's stressing that body like me, I know the way you like it. I treat you like a queen, run the castle.
Looking forward to it, alright? Yeah. Okay, receiver installed, VTX installed, camera installed. What's left? Ah, yes. These ridiculous LEDs. Three wires. Let's see. Phone died, y'all got thumb button for my minds. Alright, LEDs. 5 volts. Actually, no, I think these will take VBAT. Let's see. 2 to 4S input voltage, recommended 3. So I could run these straight off the pack, since I'm only running a 3-cell LiPo on this. So that's awesome. That's the best news I've had all day. Makes life so much easier. Have to mess with regulators. There's power. Ground. And DIN, that's the programmable LED. That's like the LED addressable wire off the flight controller. So we're gonna need that third wire. And the kind of the shit thing about these programmable LEDs is if you don't have anything hooked up to the programming wire, they just don't turn on. Like, it'd be nice if they just defaulted to something. Is that quiet? There we go. All right, so we need our LED pad, which is this one here. So it's gonna be this last one. And as far as power goes, we just need VBAT. There's VBAT in this plug, which we don't have access to. So we got VBAT here and ground, so we'll probably use these two here. Triple B in the house. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? I'm gonna take another stab at Express LRS on this quad here, and hopefully I don't lose it this time. I don't like the way I did that. Let's go from behind. Flying a whoop on the beach. That sounds like fun. That's better. This makes for a cleaner setup. I'm gonna tin up these last two pads here on this row. This is our ground and VBAT. Ah, fuck. Damn it. Alright. And LED pad was this last one. Did that recommended works at boot laptops. All right, dial one up. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Have a good night, man. I'm probably gonna punch out here in a little bit too. Oh, it's giveaway in the title? I gotta change that. I was going to give away that sub 250 FPVcrate last Sunday. I never got around to doing a stream. I was thinking about doing it tonight, but there's just not a whole lot of people here. I'll probably save it till Saturday and probably doing like a super chat giveaway there too. I gotta change that in the title then. There we go, fixed. Yeah, I just saw that Open TX 2.3.12. I haven't gotten a chance to look at the GitHub to see what the changes were. Still waiting for that magical OpenTX 3.4. Pretty sure it's never actually gonna happen. Twiffy, those antennas are doo-doo. Run zip tie down the length and heat shrink the two ends. Oh, because of how flexible they are? Oh, shit. Yeah, I'll have to reinforce that somehow. I'll probably just do the zip tie trick you're talking about. Those are flappy. Ah, damn it, now my receiver's in the way. £10 of shit in a 5-pound bag. That's what this build's turned out to be. I don't know, man. I really like the LEDs, but every time I install them, I'm just like, why on earth am I doing this? This is stupid. So much extra work just for some cool factor. Alright, let's try to screw this up. Alright, that's it. That's all the soldering I need to do tonight, I think. Okay. I power my soldering iron off my the light bulb I use for my DJI goggles, and I always forget to unplug the damn thing. I see it in the morning, I'm like, oh, shoot! Hopefully it's not dead. So far, I've only killed like one battery that way. Found out it's pretty much illegal to fly drones anywhere in Santa Cruz. I've been to Santa Cruz once. Very much enjoyed that area. Very nice area. Use your power supply. Yeah, I would. I'm just out of outlets. If you saw what the underside of this desk looked like, it's an absolute shit show. There are so many wires into this desk. I mean, none of them are hanging down. They're all semi-neatly cable managed. It's just, I'm like tapped out of power outlets. I've got power bricks plugged into power bricks, plugged into power bricks. I still need more. I just have so much crap on this bench. Let's see. Flat parks, but they're tiny. There's one state park that's designated flying. Oh, that's kind of cool. Forest Offlands, just bring struck if you go there again. Yeah, it was probably 5 or 6 years ago now. I just assume everything's gotten much worse since then. Because that's just how things go. Nothing gets better. Everything just gets worse. A friend of ours was going to school at University of Santa Cruz. Went and walked around the campus. As just an amazing place. Absolutely amazing. Never really spent a whole lot of time in California. A few times I did. I thought it was a pretty nice place. Not a big fan of almost anything else about it. I feel like we've had 50 states for far too long. We need to start splitting some up. I think California's the first to go. I think that needs to be whacked into about 4 other states. think that would do pretty good. Do the lights mount on top mess with the gyro? No, they shouldn't. If anything, the wires attached to the lights would mess with the gyro by pressing on it. Okay, let's fire this thing up. What do you guys think? Smoke or no smoke? Smoke or no smoke? Alright, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well, that's a good sign. I don't think you guys can hear the beeps. Did I solder all these backwards? I probably did. Ugh. There was like no instructions for this. And let's see. Yep. I think I soldered all those up backwards. So del Yokio, I'm an idiot. Never say you're done soldering. Did I do them all backwards? Oh no, I just did that one backwards. Okay. Oh, that's not too bad. Just the one. Let's see. At 8 degrees, yeah. Let's see. One could be what, North Baja, North Mexico, Andor, California, and Central California. This is the United States by tweet. Probably not a good place to live. Let's see. Live stream chat Discord. Oh, it's all the way over there. Ugh. Bring it across a bunch of different screens. Here we go. Yeah, that's about right. That is about right. There we go. There's the live stream chat. That's... yeah. Welcome to my life. It's amazing I can hold it together. Yeah, Nate, we could call it Endor. Yeah, I didn't go any farther south than... my geography is pretty bad. I think I went down to Monterey, which is pretty fucking amazing. I really like aquariums, and the one they have there is just on a completely next level. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it more than the one in Chicago, the Shed. But it's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Although with that said, this area is a big old fat negative burger for me. I'm not a fan. Could be. Sorry, guys. Could be worse. There's a lot worse places to live, but I just. Yeah. I'm just sick of the hurricanes. I am so absolutely fucking done with hurricanes. When I retire and move back up north, I'm gonna watch on the news something about hurricanes. I'm just gonna sit there and go, suckers. Oh, my house washed into the ocean again. Ugh. All right, here we go. Let's now let's get old beater flight going. I can't see OBS anymore. Over here. There we go. I don't know what the hell camera that's looking at. Calibrate the old accelerometer. I really want to get these LEDs going because see, if there's 72 LEDs and only 23 remaining, they must not be zoned that way. That's player ordering mode. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Functions code. Let's do that. And shave. Oh, damn, look at that shit. So it must be a block of... Alright, let's clear all... Forwarding mode. There we go. Color. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. There we go. And that's going to go on there like that. And that's going to look pretty badass. Wow, that camera doesn't like the blue LEDs at all. Oh, you can't see what I see. Shit. My bad. There we go. Sorry, guys. So that does look pretty darn slick. There we go. And let's see, I'll show what the canopy looks like on there. It's gonna be like that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So it's 72 LEDs, but they're not individually addressable at all 72. It's individually, it's addressable in a block of 12. So not quite what I was thinking, but pretty damn cool nonetheless. Yeah, Dauntless, you're right. Red LEDs do cut down on latency by half. So you can do half red, half something else. Let's do half red, half blue. Oh. How cool is that? What are they gonna think of next? Crafty people. Alright. Let's keep configurating. Configurating. Let's see, what did I do? I did UART1 for receiver, right? Is that what we did? Yes. No. Yes. UART1 for receiver. Alright. Did UART1 for receiver, UART something. What do we do? 6 for the camera, or for the VTX, that's smart audio. There's that. Configuration. Let's see, what is this thing? Yeah. Let's do 533 TinyTrainer, arming 180, because I don't want that safety feature. And if this looks different than what you're used to, this is configure 10.8.0, so gonna be a little bit different than what you're probably used to. Let me try. Beeper on. Oh yeah, gotta make sure this board's aligned properly. That's... It's weird I have no yaw. Well, that'll be interesting. Failsafe. Throttle. Set to nothing. Save. Let's see, receiver. I'll have to come back to that and flash that later. Oh, it's not gonna worry about servos, motors. Here we go, motors. We go. I understand. And let's spin one up. Oh, those are quiet and smooth. It's going the right way. Spin this one up. That's backwards, so 2's backwards. 3 is backwards. 4 is good. So 2 and 3 are backwards. I'll have to switch this around. Let's go to... go do, I don't want to upgrade. COM3, connect. Check. So this is going to reprogram the ESCs. We need to program 2 to reverse. Right setup. Program 3 to reverse. Right setup. Alright, check them all. Good. ESC flash, where we at? Oh, there's a new version. Look at that. I don't know how much power's on this battery, so I'm not gonna do that. But we can go back to beta flight. And just verify we have the motors turned in the right direction now. Yes, I understand. There we go, that's going the right way. And that's going the right way as well. Yeah, I just want to match up this little picture right here with the way everything's turning. Let's see, does telemetry display on the goggles? No, telemetry usually goes back to the radio. There are ways that you can do that. Nate's the phase wiring backwards. Yeah, it is backwards. There's 2 ways you can fix that. One is through hardware. All I would have to do is just take any one of these 2 wires off and just swap them, and it would reverse the phases. Or you can do it in software. I prefer to just do it in software. It's just easier for me. Plus, I like to keep the lays of the wires nice and neat. If I flip them, if I flip any 2, it'll end up looking kind of weird. So I usually just do software, and the software stays with the BL Heli firmware that's inside the ESCs, the speed controllers. It stays. So if I update the firmware, the configuration sticks with it. So like once you set it right once, it's good to go. So I typically like to do it that way rather than doing it through the hardware. Most things I try to fix, they have to be fixed through hardware that I can. That's just the one thing that I don't. Yeah, as far as the telemetry and the goggles, for like the normal drones, the analog stuff, the only thing that's kind of telemetry that you see is your RSSI for your radio signal, and that all depends on which system you're using. The big thing that telemetry typically helps you out with or is good for is like radio callouts. Like if you can set up a audible alarm on your radio to beep or chirp or say something at a certain voltage, which is kind of cool. Also, some radios some protocols you can actually program parts on the quad from your actual radio. That's telemetry. It needs that 2-way communication. But that is that. This thing is basically done. I do need to configure and update the Express LRS receiver. Now these have Wi-Fi built into them, so they will actually start looking for a Wi-Fi network after it's either 20 or 30 seconds depending on which firmware is on it, and you can just flash it right from your computer, which is pretty dang cool. I think we can do that here. Let's give it a shot. So I'm going to throw it up on top of my computer next to my antenna for my router. I'll switch some cameras around here. All right, back to the little face cam here. All right. So let's see if I can share my monitor here. So I've got Express LRS as one of my wireless networks. Just connect to that guy. So I've got a wired network and a wireless network run at the same time, so I can keep the stream going while connecting to something wireless without dumping everything, which is kind of nice. This does take forever. But we can go to the configurator here. We start building up the firmware for the receiver, device target. We're gonna go find some happy model, some Hamo. EP2400 receiver via Wi-Fi. All right, we're connected. And this is how I have everything set up. And build in Flash. And now we just play the waiting game. Hey, John Larson, how you doing? Good morning. Jeez. Oh, there is an attitude indicator in the goggles, and that doesn't require any sort of telemetry. That is just based off of the accelerometer and gyro data. All right, so we can see it found it finished building the firmware, found it on the network. Here's all the packets going to it. It's updated, and we got the big green success. So that should be done there. That is super slick. All right, back to beta flight.
Welcome to FPVcrate.
Yeah, shut up. And it's already bound because it uses that that binding phrase. So every receiver, if I put the same binding phrase on it, will automatically bind with my transmitter. I don't have to do any button pressing or any of that happy horse shit. It just plain works right now, which is awesome. All right, a couple things else we have to set up is we have to set up our receiver protocol. Over here, receiver as CRSF crossfire. And hopefully we wire that up properly. Hey, look at that, we did. So here's my sticks. So I'm moving my throttle right now, and that's wrong. So Betaflight's default is aileron, elevator, throttle, and rudder. FR Sky's default is throttle, aileron, elevator, rudder. So we'll just save that. And bingo bango. We are good to go. Look at that. Dauntless, you can do that when you still have an internet connection? Yes, because I have my computer has an Ethernet connection attached to it. That's what I'm doing all this bullshit with. And I've also got a wireless NIC in the computer too, so I'm using that to connect to the transmitter and receiver. I'm a dipset. All right, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Let's see. I have to use the website and choose my pre-built firmware file. You have to do that when you update the transmitter, but not the receiver. Mike Bergman, I missed most of it. Well, it'll be DVR. You can go back and watch it. Dauntless and Echo. Fat Pastor, how you doing? Echo on that screen. Which screen? Oh, I see. Okay, and fixed. How's that sound? Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, I was picking up audio from the camera and the robot penis here. Yeah, you can flash Wi-Fi through the configurator, but only for the the receivers at this time. The transmitters, you still have to go to that website at 10.0.0.1 or whatever it is. Like Bergman, hey man, that's all right. All right, so I do have my PL2 receiver working, and with ExpressOS, aux1 has got to be your arming switch, which it is. aux1 has always been my arming switch since like ever. It's not something new. Let's see, beeper, add range. Here's my beeper. Let's see, black box. No black box on this one. This kind of sucks. Flip over after crash. Add range. There we go. And save. And that's how I set my switches up. Arm, beeper, and flip over after crash. Flip over after crash, I always put on a momentary. So when I'm racing, if I have to quickly turtle mode, you've always got to arm when you're in turtle mode. So I disarm, hold my momentary, arm, turtle mode, and then disarm, rearm. It's one less switch movement. Doesn't seem to help me out too much, but something. Mahale, how you doing? Mike Berger, if you want to get some grips, which is where you make the most money. It's where you just hit me up on Discord or email me, and we just do it direct. You can't get the firmware from GitHub. Are you using the configurator, or are you going straight to GitHub, Dauntless? Let's see. Guess we can probably disconnect that battery. I don't need that anymore.
Telemetry lost.
Yeah, shut up. Let's see. You need some TX16S grips. Well, I know where you can get those. Average cell voltage. Flip over after crash arrow. Right dead smack dab in the center. RSSI value. Timer 2. BTX channel. Craft name. Yeah, Dauntless. So what I would do is just build up the firmware and then connect to the receiver and then flash it manually the way you've been doing it through the little website interface thing. If you can't, yeah, you would have to have your computer on 2 different network sources to be able to do it like I just did. The carbon fiber face, carbon fiber. Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. Let's see. That's how I have that set up. I'm gonna turn off speed because that doesn't matter. Don't have black box. This thing doesn't have black box? That's a freaking bummer. Huh. Oh well, I mean, I guess you can't have everything. But it's kind of disappointing though. Oh well. Whatever. Video transmitter load from file. Smart tape. There we go. And I don't remember what this VTX has in it. TPS. Pro Nano 32. Nope, not that one. Pro 32 Nano. Ah, I can get it at Walmart. Weird. Yeah, Mike Bergman, I really appreciate that. But I mean, I'm happy with wherever you buy them from. Race Day Quads has been super, super cool. Like, they place orders with me monthly. So I mean, I very much appreciate them still sticking with me. I'll add that one and R8 250 and save. There we go. And that's pretty much beta flight configuration. This guy's ready to rock. Ready to fly. There you go. 533 TinyTrainer. Just need to put the canopy back on it and let her rip. But it is far later than I was hoping it would be, I think. Yeah, something like that, maybe. I don't know. Add to your robot penis with a QR code. It's out of focus, man. I don't want to be able to do anything with that. I did do some crypto stuff on my website. So this is the new website. It's probably going to be going away because it kind of sucks. But I had some Bitcoin-y type stuff. I honestly don't know what to do with it, but there's that. Hey, Fat Pastor, that's awesome. Test hover, test hover. God damn it, Dauntless. Alright. Alright. Let me go get some motor screws and some zip ties and some blah 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 blah. Alright. If you want me to fly it, I'll fly it. I'm probably gonna do it anyways. Okay. Let's finish this setup here. Ugh, I just want to piss away the zip ties on this thing. I'll do it for you guys. Yeah, maybe I'll test hover without the canopy. Without. What do you think? With the canopy on. If I can screw it, let's do it. This project's gone on for so long, I don't know where the hell all the screws are. Maybe those? Maybe those? Maybe those? He's got so many screws sitting here in this little tray. Let's see. I don't know what screws are which. I wish they would have made the arms just, or the ends of the canopy just like 1/8 of an inch shorter. That way you could run it with the zip ties off, just for, like, you know, testing purposes. I've seen people that use the 3D printed zap straps for holding the arms on, which I think those look like shit, but I mean, they're reusable at least. I use lacing for all the wire ties at work. Where I work, we can't use zip ties, so we use this. It's like a Teflon dental floss, for lack of better terms. I'll probably use something like that. All right, there's that. There's that. Now those props fit really tight on those motor shafts. Jeez. That's a little excessive. I guess I could go prop screwless, can't I? These things are that tight. I'm just gonna run it without prop screws. The Nick Burns tape, yeah, I've got that. That's what I used on this. It's Emax tape. It kind of sucks. it doesn't stand up to any sort of impacts at all. The Tessa tape is by far my favorite. It's heavier than just about everything else, unfortunately. It's thicker, definitely weighs more, but it is extremely durable. Something about it, I'm not really sure why. Well, yeah, I see what that antenna is not going to last long. It is like right in the contact path, so that no good. Oh shit, what am I gonna do about that? That's annoying. All right.
Welcome to OpenTX. Receiver still connected.
Are you not entertained? There you go. There's the hover for you. Now let's see. Oh shit, I totally forgot to zip tie any of those arms down. You know, actually they clear, just barely. I'm sure it resonates like there's nobody's business. But there you go. Do have to do something different with that antenna. Tessa tape is impossible to rip. Oh yes. Which props? These are the HQ-T3 by 1.8 by 3. That's what they are. Would the receiver with the ceramic antenna be suitable or sufficient? I'm not sure. I lost one, so not entirely sure on that whole subject. Yeah, I had to fly away. No, I know it's. I heard it land. It's not far. It's in the swamp somewhere, and it wouldn't disarm me. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Robbie, how you doing, man? It's pretty quiet. It's actually very quiet. I have whoops that are louder than this thing. All right, well, it is way past my bedtime. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll have to do some little tweaking and tuning to it. I'll find a place for that antenna. It is not in a good spot. I forgot that. I mean, I figured I'll go with manual focus because why not? But it's just proved to be more of a pain in the ass than it's worth. Yeah, it's like right in the prop line. But that's an easy fix. Wasn't really happy with where the receiver was anyways. Okay, guys, that's gonna be let's see if I pass. You're interested to see your flight time with the stock build. Test hover another day. Dawn, she must be behind. Zip tie the antenna vertically to the rear standoff. Yeah, I could definitely do that. Yep, that's actually probably a really good solution. But yeah, that Express LRS antenna is super flappy. But some of the things I was planning on doing with this is I have this Flywoo nano Bluetooth transmitter that I was going to put on it for getting into beta flight, so I didn't have to keep clipping zip ties every time I want to get into it. Didn't do that. I have a buzzer that I was going to put in there. Didn't do that. You know, when you're building this thing, you're looking at it, you're like, oh, I got all the space in the world. And then once you get down to it, you're like, oh, shit, there's no room. No room. All right. Well, I have a freaking mess down here. The wife's kind of getting on my ass about cleaning up my workspace. Figure. But I'm starting to agree with her. It's looking like a total mess. All right, guys. I'm going to get going. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to tune in this Sunday for the live stream. I'll be doing a bunch of giveaways. Well, at least one anyways, for a sub 250 FPV crate with a, I think I had an ESC in there. Yeah, I think that's what it was, but we'll save that for the next weekend. And, yeah, try to get some flying in tomorrow. All right, folks, we'll see you next time. And as always, stay positive. See you around.